On January 26, 2026. Chapter 38. Angela's POV. By the time I got to work, my nerves were already shot. It started in the lobby. 55 vouchers. I'd barely stepped off the elevator when I felt it, that familiar prickle between my shoulder blades. The sense of being watched. I told myself I was imagining it. That I was tired. That last night had left me raw. Then I looked up. Ethan stood near the reception desk, coffee in hand, laughing with someone from marketing like he belonged there. Like he hadn't once made my life hell in this building. Our eyes met. His smile sharpened. I turned away immediately and walked faster, heels clicking too loudly on the marble floor. My pulse thudded in my ears. Ignore him, I told myself. That's what he wants. A reaction. Angela. I didn't stop. Angie. I flinched despite myself and cursed under my breath. He hadn't called me that in years. I ducked into the stairwell instead of heading to my desk, gripping the rail until my breathing steadied. Get it together. When I finally emerged on my floor, Sarah was already at her desk, scrolling through her phone with one hand and sipping iced coffee with the other. You look like you've seen a ghost, she said without looking up. Ethan's here, I replied, dropping my bag onto my chair. That got her attention. She glanced up, eyebrows lifting. Again. He was waiting in the lobby. Sarah shrugged. He works here, Angie. It's not illegal. I know, I said tightly. But he doesn't usually. Hover, she finished with a grin. He's probably just trying to win you back. I stared at her. That's not funny. I'm serious, she said, waving a hand. It's kind of romantic, if you think about it. Childhood friends, unresolved feelings, grand gestures. He cornered me in the copy room yesterday, I cut in. Sarah paused. Cornered, how? He blocked the door, I said. Wouldn't let me leave. Her smile faltered, just a little. Did he touch you? No, I said, but. Morn. 26. Oh. Ogo. 12:10 Monday, January 26 gr. Chapter 38. Then it's probably fine, she interrupted. He's intense, yeah, but Ethan's harmless. Everyone knows that. 74. 55 vouchers. My stomach twisted. Harmless. That word echoed in my head as I logged into my computer, fingers stiff. Harmless men didn't make your skin crawl. They didn't look at you like you were something they owned. The morning crawled. Everywhere I went, he was there. At the coffee station when I refilled my mug. Oh, oat milk now, he said lightly. You used to hate that. I didn't respond. In the hallway outside the conference rooms. You're avoiding me, he said, falling into step beside me. I'm busy, I replied, not slowing. During a break between meetings, when I stepped outside to get air. You didn't answer my texts. I blocked your number. He smiled like it was a joke. I noticed. My phone buzzed again at 10:30. Unknown number, I just want to talk. You owe me that much. I blocked it. 5 minutes later, another buzz. Unknown number, you can't pretend we didn't mean something. My hands were shaking when I silenced my phone. By noon, I was exhausted. The team meeting was already underway when I slipped into my seat, notebook clutched to my chest like armor. I kept my eyes on the table, focusing on my breathing. Before we wrap up, my manager said, glancing at his notes, we need volunteers for the client presentation next week. My heart sank. I think Angela and I would make a great team for it, Ethan said smoothly. I looked up sharply. Actually. That's perfect, my boss said, cutting me off. You two already have history. Chemistry helps. I opened my mouth, then closed it. Every eye in the room was on us. Saying no would raise questions. Saying no would make me look difficult. Ethan met my gaze, triumph flickering behind his eyes. Sure, I said tightly. Whatever works. The meeting ended. Chairs scraped. People filtered out. Looks like we'll be spending a lot of time together, Ethan said softly, leaning closer. Keep it professional, I warned. I always do. That afternoon was hell. The conference room felt too small. The air was too thick. Ethan sat too close, his knee brushing mine whenever he shifted. "You're tense," he said at one point. "Did I do something?" "Yes," I snapped. "You exist." He laughed. "I'm worried about you, Angie." "Don't call me that." "You moved on so fast," he continued, ignoring me. "Don't you think that's strange? One minute you're heartbroken, the next you're living with some billionaire." 12:10 Monday, January 26, gr. Chapter 38. I stiffened. "You don't know anything about my life." "I know Liam's reputation," he said. "Men like him don't do anything without an angle." "Stop." "I'm just saying," he pressed, voice dropping, "what if he's using you? What if this is convenient for him? 55 vouchers." The words wormed their way in before I could stop them. That night at his parents' house. The way everything felt staged. The way he said maintaining appearances. I shoved my chair back and stood. "We're done for today." Ethan looked genuinely surprised. "Angela. I'll send you my notes," I said. "Email me." I left before he could respond, heart pounding. At lunch, I escaped to the park across the street, sinking onto a bench beneath a jacaranda tree. My hands were clammy as I dialed Jessica. She answered on the second ring. "Hey, babe. What's wrong?" Everything spilled out. Ethan. The texts. The blocking. The way people kept dismissing it. The doubt that gnawed at me. Jessica listened without interrupting. When I finished, she was quiet for a moment. "Angela," she said finally, "he's gaslighting you." I frowned. "What?" "This is a textbook," she continued. "Showing up everywhere. Twisting concern into control. Making you doubt your choices. Positioning himself as the only one who really cares." My chest tightened. "That feels dramatic." "It feels accurate," she corrected. "This is what abusers do. They isolate you. They undermine your confidence. They make you question reality." I swallowed hard. "You need to document everything," Jessica said firmly. "Screenshots. Dates. Times. And you need to talk to our HR." My voice wobbled. "That makes it real." "It is real," she said gently. "And it's not your fault." Shame crept in anyway, hot and unwelcome. "He was my friend." "I know," she said. "That's why it hurts." After the call, I sat there for a long time, staring at my phone. A new message popped up. "Liam, hope your morning's going okay. Don't forget to eat." My throat tightened. I typed, erased, then typed again. "Me, work's a bit rough today." 3 dots appeared almost instantly. Then came his reply. "Liam, want me to make dinner later?" I hesitated. Then, yes. When I finally left the office, the parking garage was dim and echoing. My keys were clenched between my fingers as I walked. Monday, January 26th. Chapter 38. Angela. I froze. Ethan stepped out from behind a pillar, hands raised. "Don't freak out, I just want to talk." "Move," I said, voice shaking. "You're making a mistake," he insisted. "Liam isn't what you think. 74. 55 vouchers. Neither are you," I shot back. For a moment, something ugly flickered across his face. Then it was gone, replaced by concern. NG to prot. "I'm just trying to protect you." I laughed, short and brittle. "From you." I didn't wait for his answer. I got in my car and locked the doors, hands trembling as I drove away. By the time I got home, the apartment smelled like garlic and herbs. Liam looked up from the stove. "Hey." I dropped my bag and crossed the room, pressing my face into his chest before I could stop myself. He froze for half a second, then wrapped his arms around me. "Hey," he murmured again. "What happened?" I breathed him in. "Warm. Safe. I'll tell you," I said, voice muffled. "Just don't say, I told you so." He chuckled softly. "Deal." But even as I stood there, held, Ethan's words echoed in my mind. "What if he's using you?" And for the first time since last night, doubt crept in, quiet, insidious, and terrifying. I didn't know yet that this was only the beginning. Comment. D. Tian.